Okay, it's time that we have this conversation about Stephen King. Okay, it's far overdue. I mean, 100% serious. Now, I'm not saying that Stephen King is Pennywise. I'm simply saying that maybe we need to get confirmation that he is not Pennywise. And this is why. So, I've been breaking down Welcome to Derry and doing a lot of the profiles on the characters. And so you guys know I've been deep into this. And this is something different. Like, I obviously the first season ended. And I've been watching some other stuff. So I watched this new series, Time Bandits, right? Which you can imagine is like very fluffy, imagination kind of humor, right? It's very light stuff comparatively. And that's what made me realize how scary Welcome to Derry actually is, right? I'm not joking you. This is one of the scariest things I have ever watched in my life. Like, I know grown adults who won't watch this series because they live by themselves. Okay, that's how deep it is, and I'm not joking. I feel that, and it's for some very predictable reasons based on the writing. Like, all this stuff is based on Stephen King being a masterful writer, and this is something I want you to hold in hand while I break down why he is so particularly dangerous. Why this man's abilities, we really need to look at what he's doing. Now, I understand horror. I watch a lot of this genre, right? I've watched everything. I mean, when I was a kid, I was like, let's watch The Exorcist. I needed to see it. I like everything, man. I was into it. I had a whole group of friends where we watched horror stuff. I watched the Faces of Death series when I was a child, right? I'm not joking. Like 14, we found those on tape at some little small video shop. Why he even had those things, I don't know. But that's where I was. So I understand the genres of horror and scary films, right? And so we kind of are used to certain things. Like, we see the slasher horror. This is our Jason or Michael Myers. This is like, it's a predator, it's pursuit, somebody is in danger, it's fear, it's physical, it's external, and it only resolved with escape, confrontation, or somebody dead and slashed up, which is how it usually went down. And then there's like your belief system horror, like your possession films, your religious destabilization, your exorcist type stories, right? Your poltergeist type stories where worlds merge and belief structures kind of collapse, right? This is like for us, it's Christian coded living in this country, right? When they want you to believe that something that you've been told to fear is manifesting and you're scared about it, you're worried about this thing. Younger, we get like the dark fantasy child horror, like your Cat's Eye, your Gremlins, Ghoulies, those things, like they're kind of innocent but they're corrupted. You got to worry about it, like Critters. So we're used to getting different levels of kind of fear, right? Things like that. And then there's what Stephen King actually does, and this is nervous system horror. This is his lane, and what he specializes in is not shock, it's not gore, it's about this anticipation and anxiety without getting released. Like, your body watching his stuff, you learn to expect danger, and it never gets confrontation that's safe. Like, it's always like, no matter how much you know that it's getting ready to come, there's nothing anybody can do about it. You never know what angle it's going to take. It could be like, characters can be in the bathroom, they could be at the park, they could be anywhere, and it could go down, and you're constantly like on edge because the stuff that he does is insane. Like, it's nonsensical. And again, this guy is a masterful writer. He knows exactly how to, like, this is not by accident. He's one of the most prolific writers in American history. This is not hype at all. This is math. He is a master of dialogue, pacing, escalation, withholding information, like emotional timing. He knows how to elicit response. Again, that's important. He knows how to elicit response. And his work shows over and over again that he understands influence, repetition, fear conditioning, like how beliefs shape experiences. He openly writes about institutional experiments, psychic influence, how minds work under pressure, like systems that people like develop quietly over time. He understands all this stuff. And I'm not saying anything about him. I'm simply saying that he has knowledge of this and it exists within the framework of his own cosmology. That really matters for a really sharp guy like Stephen King. He understands kind of what he's wielding here. So I'm not saying, again, that he works for Pennywise. I'm not saying that Stephen King has a relationship or some type of symbiotic relationship with a Pennywise. I'm simply saying that within Stephen King's own cosmology, that relationship makes sense. If Pennywise eats fear, if Pennywise feeds on fear, if Pennywise consumes collective fear, then a prolific writer who can generate fear in millions of people, who can elicit physical reaction through words alone, then this will be a major contributor to that particular ecosystem. That's simply what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he knows Pennywise. I'm just saying that if he did, that would actually make a lot of sense. And this is what Derry is actually doing. It's not about just scaring people randomly, right? This is a whole lot deeper than that. This fear is private. This fear is individual. Like, the threat are specific to you. Like, think about what happens to young Maddie. Like, the pressure this kid was under. Look at Ronnie. Like, her whole birth scene introduces a level of psychological terror that would actually break any normal person. These kids aren't just being scared. This is a subconscious that's being invaded. So Pennywise power is like this invasion on a whole nother level. Like, Pennywise, this guy doesn't just scare. He studies. He digs into your memories. Like, he gets to memories about you before you were even born. That's what he does to Ronnie. He shows her when she was in the womb. So memories that her brain, things where her brain were taking in, but we can't access that. None of us can access that level of memory. That's how deep rooted it is into our early brains. So what he shows with Ronnie means that he can reach deep into your memory. That's not random. This is invasion. He shows patience. He waits. He obsesses over it. He's obsessive over what's in your noodle. And this is why his fear is so precise. It is laser. This is a deep dive into the subconscious. This is tailored. It is targeted. It is personal, right? He's going to get you. And then, like, Stephen King manages to work in, like, spells, portals on a cosmic scale. Like, we see it. We see a spell happen. You're being told it's a spell. Remember the car scene with Maddie. It's a spelling bee. And we forget where all this stuff comes from. Spelling bee. Spelling. Spell books. They're all the same. We hear the spell. We see the repetition. And a damn demon child comes through his wife's portal. Through the wife. All this matters because we're also being shown government involvement. We're seeing cosmic positioning. We're seeing Pennywise operating beyond a single town. And this places him above any like simple monster. So this is folklore at full scale, reflecting the culture and the fears that are going on at that time, like stuff from like the Cold War, from just like that small town Americana, all that stuff as we were kind of transitioning. There's a lot of like civil unrest. So what we see with him is a massive body of work, right? So this is not new. His work is now at a point of like refinement. He's laser sharp with the stuff that he puts out. His fear spreads quietly. Systems fail children. Beliefs alter realities. Welcome to Derry is a concentrated version of everything that this man has been doing literally for decades. So again, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that he is Pennywise. Maybe he's not Pennywise. Maybe he doesn't even know Pennywise. But the entire ecosystem that he writes about, the lore that he constructs, works 100% inside of this Pennywise universe. So if Pennywise feeds on fear, this collective fear, then someone who can generate fear at this scale, someone whose words can produce physical reaction, would be invaluable. Like, we talk about the Pied Piper, but that power doesn't even come close to the power of this man's pen or his skills, his fingerboard skills. He's got flames. His flames literally coming out of somewhere. It's almost like he's talking to the other side of the cosmos. This is why we need to have a conversation about Stephen King. I'm simply saying that maybe he is not Pennywise, but if somebody